Hey, it's Thursday. That means it's time for the Geek Chat on the Experience. We've got a bunch of new number ones for you, an odd giveaway, and we're going to be talking about the end of Ultimate Spider-Man. So we got a great show lined up. Stay tuned. Hey, everyone, and welcome to the Geek Chat. It is Thursday. This is the Experience, and I am Beardy Rich.
And I am Black Beauty Des.
Yes, you are.
I am.
We've got Jay with us tonight. Producer Jay. Say hey, Jay.
If I can remember to click my mute button off. Hello, everyone. How you doing?
Oh, also, Jay, feel free to chime in like producer Kyle does. So if you have something to say, let us know, because this is an open show. We love to hear comments and take feedback from our friends, from our listeners, from everyone who takes the time to come in and make their presence known or lurk. All we ask
We
is
like
that
lurkers.
we like lurkers too. But all we ask is you like, share, subscribe, tell your friends. Wake up your grandpa. He's sitting in the, lazy boy, pretending to, not be asleep, watching something. Try to change the channel. He's like, I was watching that. So, just put some, just turn onto the Experience of the Geek Chat and, let's do it. Yes, let's get this room filled.
Hey, Zach, welcome in. Kenneth, welcome. Angel Heart, welcome. Paul, good to see you. Lyle, welcome in.
Yes. So yes, we Kyle is out. He's at a convention and he should be back next week. But other than that, we have a giveaway. And this is a very interesting giveaway. The giveaway is for White Sky #1, and this is a variant cover. Now, it is the cover by Elsa Ivanova. Yeah, so here's the thing about this cover. Okay, or this book. So, hashtag Geek Chat in the comments section, wherever you're watching, whether it's on YouTube, on Twitch, Instagram, wherever you like to watch and enjoy your media, please, or digital media, please put it in there, and we will, hopefully you'll get it. And I hope someone gets it. Because if you're not a spectator or speculator, no, all these words sound the same. If you're not a speculator, you might have missed out on this book. So here is a brief, behind the scenes about how we get our variant covers.
Hey, Eddie. Hey, Barlord.
Hey, welcome in, everybody. I go to our local store. And I always buy a variant. They have 1 in 15 variants, for a reasonable price. And I say, you know what? I'm going to buy this and, give it away to our community because, number one, I really want to grow this community, as is Rich. And we also want to just give back and say thank you to the people who take the time to show up live. That's pretty hard to do sometimes. I know your lives are pretty crazy with what you're doing. And so we just want to say thank you. And this is our way to say thank you. Is giving away a variant comic. Whether it's worth money or not, that really doesn't factor into it. Mostly it's just if I think Paul and I will go if we think the cover is nice or if it's something that we're reviewing. So I was looking around and I saw this cover and I was like, oh, we're going to review this. They had a new cover and I thought, okay, great. I never checked to see if a cover is a 1 in 15. Generally, they're marked as such, at the shop. And so I get the comic. And I purchase it and we, go on our merry way. And then I'm getting ready to make the ad that I give to Rich. I make the ad and I send it to Rich. And then Rich usually does the distribution to our social media, usually on Instagram or X or Twitter, and lets folks know. Well, as I'm looking for it, I find out that this is not a 1 in 15 variant. It's actually
25.
1 in 25. It's just another variant cover. But
so it's called open order.
Yeah, it's an open order. Thank you.
Yes.
It's an open order cover, but it had been marked up. And I was wondering, well, why? And so I'm talking to Rich about this last night, and he let me know why.
Okay, so the last couple of weeks, there has been huge speculation on certain books, and it makes it hard to read them as casual readers because
Mhm.
the speculators grab hold of that, they buy all the copies, they throw it online with no intent of actually reading the book.
Yeah.
Last week we reviewed Dork, and I really liked it. Well, unfortunately, that was a speculative book that people bought up. They announced a second printing. The second printings are going for money, and now they've announced a third printing for Dork as well, just to get it in people's hands so they can actually read the book. Well, this week it was White Sky. I learned Tuesday that this was going to be the It book, and then Wednesday came, and like Des said, prices just skyrocketed. So
Yeah.
for the show, this cover B is going anywhere from like 30, 33, 35 to like 40, 44, 48, 50, depending. That main cover, the A cover, it's a white cover.
Hmm.
That is actually going for much, much more. And
Yeah.
you
They
can
didn't have any more of those.
you can buy all 4 covers for some outrageous hundreds of something.
Yeah.
And we were talking before the show. I as a reader don't like this preying on books because someone is causing this. There's someone or some people out there that are causing these books to rise. In some cases, it's not because it's good. It's a lot of times it's going to be an independent because they have smaller print runs.
Hmm.
And so a smaller print run causes the price to skyrocket. And that is the same for some variants. The variants that are 1 in 25, 1 in 50, most stores, if they're a larger store, can cover that. It's the 1 in 100s, 1 in 200s, 1 in 500s.
Hmm.
There's less copies of them. That's what makes the value go up. It's like Superman #1 or Action Comics #1, whatever. Because not a lot have made it since then to now, the scarcity of it is why it costs so much.
Yep.
That is different from Dork #1 or White Sky #1 coming out, and you can't even buy it to read it.
Yeah.
So that
It was
is the story behind White Sky. Des had great intentions, but unfortunately, now I gotta say, I don't mean to dig on your shop, but that right there in a lot of the retailer forums is either if the speculator's going to come in and buy it for $3.99 and then resell it for $20, why can't I have a cut of that? That's how some retailers think. The thing that kills me is they didn't put a damn board in it. If you're going to charge money for a comic book that is above cover price, put a damn board in it.
Yeah, that is kind of weird.
That bugged me, Des. When you said it didn't come with a bag and didn't come with a board, I was like,
yeah,
no, that's a little. Board costs 25 cents. People, put it in.
That was
the thing that's weird. Ed and I were actually talking about this yesterday because when I saw the prices that they're going for online, he brought up a good point. I think first day for books, they shouldn't be able to mark them up.
Yeah.
Like it's crazy to take something that nobody's been able to read. Like for me, first print don't matter to me. I just want to read the comic. Like
correct.
My wife got me a absolute Batman 15, the Joker one, second print. And guess what? It reads exactly like a first print would.
Thank you.
So,
yes.
Yeah.
So we missed. We didn't read. We read the #1 of the Captain America by Chip Zdarsky.
Yeah.
I had to wait until the second and third printings because I just want to sit and read them. Because of, especially after reading Armageddon today, I want to go back now and reread. Well, I haven't read them first, but I want to read all those Captain Americas to see what's going on. I don't care if it's a first, second, or third printing. Like you said, Jay, it all reads the same.
Yeah, and it's interesting because like I hear like Eddie V is saying that's ridiculous. The books should be sold at cover price the week they come out. Limit the sales or something to stop people from buying 50 to put them on eBay. I love comics with that was happening. No, I totally agree with that. And but at the same time, like I understand, the shops trying to get in on that to try to get in as much money as they can because I know that a lot of shops do that.
Small
And-
margins. Small
Exactly.
margins.
So part of me is kind of like, can understand that, and at the same time, it's like I wish there was a way that, or maybe hold back, pull them off the shelves and hold back or something. Like, I don't know. It's so this I don't.
Hey,
Okay,
unknown.
it doesn't feel anything like the the 90s when the comic booms and everyone's buying. Like, it doesn't feel like that.
Yeah.
I don't think it ever will feel like that. I think that was a time capsule, in time, a spot in time that will never happen again. But it was just weird, it was just because, again, I'm not a speculator. I don't buy comics for that, and I try to be, like, I want to give back, and all, like I was saying before. So it just kind of was like, wow, So at the same time, like I said, Russell and Rich, while I understand it, it was just like, because to tell you the God's honest truth, there was a really nice variant of Ultimate Spider-Man 24, which is the last issue that I could have gotten. And I think that would have been a little bit, more, I don't know, just I felt it would have been a little bit more, a little bit better.
So I got a question. Does your comic shop label? Like, do they say 1 in 25 on a sticker or a Post-it?
Some
do
of
they
them
let people know?
Some of them do. Like, it's weird. It's like whenever there's like a hot comic coming out, they will say like, this is the 1 in 25, and they have a little section where they put it. It's really funny because, like, so they have a section where they highlight certain like 1 in 25, 1 in 50, 1 in 100. They have an area, right? And it's interesting because some of the 1 in 25s are the ones that if it's not like a big name book, it just goes on the rack, and that's the ones that they don't put boards behind. So the only way that it's a 1 in 25 is the price, and if it's bagged. That's the one thing. So that's how instinctively that is a one, either most likely a 1 in 25. They don't really put anything else, and they're all kind of they're all priced accordingly. So, but it was just very interesting that happened to me when I was looking at it, because we try to be very transparent here and let like, hey, this is a 1 in 25, and that's why I'm always kind of looking for it. But I mean, we're still going to give this away, even though it's trending hot right now. Whoever wins it, I really hope that you're able to send your kid to college, buy a house. I mean, whatever. Like, this is
a Porsche
to you, or whatever.
Hey Phil, you snuck in. I didn't even see you come in.
Welcome in. So, but you might ask, is it worth the hype? Is it worth the hype? Well, Rich unfortunately didn't read it, but I did. I read it, and I have to say there was a nice, in the back, there was a nice sort of note from, it's not a forward, I guess it would be a backward, because it was in the back, get it? Yeah. In which that's the regular story. That's the regular one. In which the writer says, hey, I was watching a movie or something, and this is what kind of popped in my head about a story. And that's happens to me, probably happens to a lot of creatives. And he says, there was a story, and it was about these angels, or like, or like ghosts. The ghosts are the angels, or the angels are the ghosts, or something was the name of the book anyway. But that was like an inspiration for him. And he was like, and then it was this like, what if, the sky went white and ghosts roamed the earth. And I was like, okay. And then he basically paired that with your typical father-daughter trope, or father-child father-child dynamic, in which like The Last of Us or the new God of War, if you play video games, or watch the TV series. It's that sort of thing, or like any kind of disaster movie in which you have a parental figure and a child figure, and they have to make it through this desolate wasteland or something like that. And so that's the premise of this book. And the book reads really fast, and it reads like a treatment for a TV series. And I think that might be one of the reasons why the speculators were a little hot, because maybe this has the making of a TV series or a streaming service. So maybe that's why.
It looks like The Walking Dead. It looks like The Walking Dead from the cover.
That's the problem that I had with it, is its presentation starts during it, and they're running around and he's trying to protect her, and you get to see everything. Like, seriously, everything is in the first issue. You see the white sky, you see the other humans that are living in this post-apocalyptic world, you see the ghosts, you see a little bit of things about how to ward them off, and then it ends with a very kind of shocking thing at the end, and the female character really comes off really, really weak in it, and which was kind of interesting, but I guess is showing that like she is going to become stronger, or something's happening because something is talking in her head or something. So there is a bit of maybe she can talk to ghosts. I don't know, but there's a bit of fantasy, not fantasy, but that it's not horror so much as it's kind of like that. It's like that Walking Dead stuff, and instead of zombies,
it's ghosts.
It's ghosts.
How do you shoot a ghost?
Well, you use salt to rid them, and you basically hide out from them as they're traveling around, because I guess the ghosts are actually angels, so maybe it's a rapture analogy.
So you're killing it. I don't know. This sounds like a dumb TV show, but I'd still watch it.
I mean, that's what I mean. Like it really started off like a first episode. So, and that's the thing. It wasn't good. It wasn't bad. It was just kind of like, okay,
It was a number one.
It definitely wasn't number one. And the thing that I did not like, was the ending of the issue, because it set up a false premise. And the false premise is that they're gonna die, and it's like, okay, they're not gonna die, either by their own hand or by someone else. I'll just leave it at that. But it kind of set that up, and I'm kind of like, so.
Yes.
But
proton packs, Eddie. Yes.
Yes, use a proton pack.
Well, I thought it had pretty good art in it, and it's a good thing that I like the art, because there is a big spot where there's no dialogue.
Yes, that's another thing. See, and that's another thing that right there, Jay, that's another thing that made me feel like they were storyboards for a TV series, because there was a lot of movement, and there was a lot of like there's like a journey, like they're going somewhere. Like everyone in these post-apocalyptic thing is going somewhere. Like they never just kind of sit. And I guess you really can't if things are chasing you, but I don't know. But again, it really felt like, they were trying to really amp up that tension that you would see in a first episode of a show. Very little dialogue. The dialogue that happened was mainly just about the whatever inciting incident that kind of like sets the story off. So that was pretty much it. So
I do like a good cliffhanger though, Barlord. A good cliffhanger will get me to come back next issue, especially that number 2. I'll come back.
That's just the thing. Like you can't have these. You can't put these stakes on the first issue, because it was just, I thought it was a bit heavy-handed. But anyway, I really think that this will read better as a trade. And I know it's Image, so it will be traded at some point. But I do believe that this will at some point be a streaming service. I honestly believe on like Netflix or HBO or something. Like it just has that feeling in its DNA. So, but yeah, right. That's the story of the book. And if you want it, just put in hashtag Geek Chat, and I'll ship it out to you. And you can sit on it, and like we said, you can get a Porsche or something. I don't know. So what's next, Jay? What are we looking at next?
All right. So, End of Life.
Another another book that could be a TV series.
Yes, I could totally see that. So this is Vertigo's second new book. I gotta find the credits.
It's got Kyle Stark's name on it. I'm already in.
All right, here we go. Kyle Starks, he was the writer. Steve Pugh, the art. Chris O'Halloran did the coloring. Becca Carey did the letters and additional design. And the cover, the main cover, was by Gerald Perel. And then a bunch of variant covers. And then there is a connecting cover, which I am a sucker for connecting. I won't even read some of the books, but I'm getting all the connectings. I love connecting covers. You don't understand.
Oh my God. That. You love a fad. I swear to God.
I love a gimmick, not a fad, a gimmick. I love a gimmick.
Yes, you got to have a gimmick, like the song says. But yeah.
Okay. This book did not suck, but it also really didn't make me want to read the next issue either. The person you see on the cover, the guy with the glasses, he is a real jerk. His name is Eddie Stallion. And on his neck is a horse tattoo. Because he belongs to this group of masked, hooded, they wear animal heads.
They're a crime syndicate.
Yes, he's the horse.
Yeah.
Well, he also
the menagerie is the name.
Yes, the menagerie. He also is a giant killer. So he goes in, kills everyone, and his crew usually does the cleanup. But unfortunately, he robbed one of his own. And you never go against your own. You sign it. Your life is null and void. And now every killer is after him.
Yep. He was set up. He said he was set up to, and now he has to run from the Raven now. And so every assassin is out to get him. And so what do you do when you're running?
You run your dad's house.
You run your dad's house. Your estranged dad's house. And you hold up Shaq. You hold up at his house and he hates you. And
he wants to kill you.
And he's dying of cancer. So all kinds of poop around.
All kinds of end of lives, because his end, And the girl you see on the cover is his childhood girlfriend.
Yeah, childhood sweetheart. Yeah.
Happens to be his dad's nurse.
Yeah.
So you are introduced. There's a lot of action. Oh my God, it swears so much.
Yeah.
So Steve Pugh did Generation X way back.
Way back.
I was never a fan of his art. I did not like the way he drew people. That run of Generation X was hard for me to read because I did not like his art. Fast forward 20 some blah blah years, this art in this gorgeous. I don't know where, what, how.
Maybe
his
you matured.
Art got so much better.
Maybe you matured.
What?
Maybe you matured. Sometimes our tastes mature as we get older.
It's definitely different. We can pull up some. It's definitely different. But he fills the panels.
Looks good.
It did.
It has a sort of Trevor Hershane. I'm probably saying it wrong. And oh my God, what was that guy? What was that guy's name? Oh my God!
So I was thinking Aiko.
The original Ultimates artist.
Hitch? Brian Hitch?
He had a little bit of Brian Hitch in the face, if you look at it.
Yeah. The art was great. But okay, for me, I just wasn't that invested in him as a character because he was so unlikable. There's hardly anything redeeming about this man, so why do I care that he's gonna die? I don't know.
Yeah.
That was my biggest problem.
Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah, I agree with you. I think the problem was, I think maybe that's what the writer's trying to do. You're supposed to kind of quote unquote fall in love with this guy because of how him and his father are able to sort of reconnect as they have to fight off the army of assassins coming to kill him. Because there's going to be a bonding situation between him and his father. Like, that's going to happen, and he's going to reignite his love for the girl and stuff like that. I mean, if they really wanted to shock value, just have the father die or go on the run. But it seems like at least the solicits for this book is like they're standing firm in where they are. So I don't think that they're going to be leaving or anything. Or what's with the father? Was the father an assassin at some point? I mean, I don't know, and I didn't get that from the book because he's okay. So he goes to sleep. He wakes up and the father's aiming a shotgun at him. And I thought to myself, okay, is the father trying to collect the bounty? Is the father a former assassin or a former killer? But it didn't really say anything about that. So I was kind of up in the air. It's like, okay, you just really don't like your son. And I was like, okay, but is there something more about it? So while I was curious, I 100% agree with you. He is very unlikable. And the whole thing about the menagerie, I thought the name was kind of cool, but the fact that they all wore heads, I was kind of like, okay, that's a little
Batman.
Cool. Yeah,
exactly. Batman? No, Spider-Man. Spider-Man had it was Batman. Both of them, I think, had
the three guys that used to wear the animal masks and rob banks. Yes, that was Batman. But I don't. Yeah, it was just kind of like.
So I will say I did like the weird the artist, the cartoonist who was doing bad things and his amusement park was shut down. How he is in on it. So I probably will not collect these single issues. But I kind of do want to know how it ends, so I'll probably buy the trade when it comes out.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing. What they're saying in the comments from Barlord and Jay, the experience, and that's that thing. Like, if you like crime noir, if you like crime stories and or morally bankrupt people, not to say that y'all are, I'm just saying, if you like that, then I think this book is really up your alley, and the artwork is gorgeous. So I think you all will really, really enjoy it. Barlord, you are you're able to get this book, the White Sky book. So you are not on my list. I have the list right here. I always keep it. So yeah.
And Kelly, this book would not be your end of life, trust me.
Is it a Grosse Pointe Blank kind of vibe? That's a good question. Wow, I hadn't really thought about that, but yeah, I think it would be. Although I think John Cusack's character is a lot more likable than this guy. Although, I don't know, he immediately, once he realizes what's going on, he immediately is, freaked out. So he does not have that. He's not a cavalier, asshole type of guy. He really was like, ah, crap, I was set up, and so he basically takes that seriously. So I don't know. I would love to hear your all synopsis if you up and decide to read it. Let us know what your thoughts are. You can do that in the comment section, or during the next episode. Jay, wanted to follow up with you. Usually we do not take a break anymore, but I wanted to see if you needed to take one or what.
No, I'm good.
Okay, cool. You want to say something about the issue? Because I know you liked the writer.
I have not read this one yet, but I was really excited when I saw it. Usually what I do, and this is no joke, I wait until after y'all's show and I pick up some of the books that y'all talk about.
Oh, wow. That's
how I got to read Gunpowder Profits. I love that book. I just finished it the other day, the last issue.
I got to read. I got to read the last two.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Well, I appreciate that.
I always appreciate what y'all say about the books.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
All righty. Next up, we got
it's time to meet the Muppets. So the writer, artist, letter, and main cover is by Roger Langridge. And the colorist is Dear Blah.
Oh boy.
Dear Blah Kelly.
Not that Kelly.
No. So the Muppets are no longer at Boom. They're now at Dynamite. I'm happy. I'm very happy. I don't think you liked it. From all your dramatic poses. You're like, oh,
That was not that dramatic. I mean, I was being noir.
Well,
um,
I would rather watch The Muppets Noir on TV than Spider-Man Noir.
you are killing me, sir. You are literally
We're gonna watch it. We're
stabbing
gonna watch it, black
me
and
in
white.
the head.
So in this, Kermit is very, very stressed out, and he's trying to read, and then was it a brick?
Yeah, they threw a brick and it hit him in his head and knocked him out.
Yes, and the last thing he was reading was a detective story. So now, in his sleep coma, he is dreaming about being a detective.
Yes, his brick
And
is
he's looking.
coma.
Yes, he's looking for Piggy.
Yeah.
And so I'm just going to tell you, you already know. I thought this was fun. I loved it. I laughed. It was stupid fun. Exactly what the Muppets are meant to do. You are entertained and you're reading it, and there's some really good one-liners. And the funny thing is, Piggy meets him twice, and he's such a great detective that he doesn't even notice.
Doesn't even notice.
That
I was like,
I think was the funniest thing of the whole book.
Yeah.
At the end, she's his cabbie. She has a
Yeah.
fake mustache on.
Yeah. But she has her eyelashes, and you're like, I'm like, okay. I was very surprised at how many pigs there are. Like, I've always known. Okay, so just a little background. Paul and I did watch the Muppet Show, that first episode with Sabrina Carpenter. Is that her name?
Yep.
Yeah, so we watched it, and I was like, okay, fine. So I am not old enough to be a Muppets fan like that, you know. So I didn't grow up with the Muppets, so for a lot of these jokes, I did not have a frame of reference. So I was a little like, okay, you know, because I was an 80s baby. I grew up with the Muppet Babies, you know, and that was my you know, experience and exposure to the Muppets was through the Muppet Babies, and I loved that cartoon. I still watch it to this day, sometimes on YouTube. Like, I still listen to the songs, like they were so good. So I never really got the Muppet Show, and so when I was watching the new one, the Sabrina Carpenter one, I'm watching it, and I'm seeing all the characters, and I'm like, I don't really, you know, get this. And I was like, what? And so some friends of mine sent me some, you know, you should go watch the old ones, the older ones, because it's really kind of cool and you should watch them. And I was like, okay, because I guess they were saying that they don't want it all to be, my friends were saying they don't want it all to be like music stars, because they had people from all walks of life on the show, and all like famous people. Like, they would have like ballerinas, and then have all these different people on the show. And I'm thinking, I really hope that they keep it as open as that. But getting back to this book, I do think that, like, I got some of the sight gags were kind of funny, but some of the more nuanced stuff, I just didn't like. I didn't have a frame of reference, and I wasn't able to like really like latch onto it probably as much as you did. But for a Muppets fan like you are, yeah, this seems like a no-brainer. Like, it wasn't boring. Like, I wasn't bored by it or anything like that. It was just some of the gags kind of I mean, I feel like some of the gags landed flat on me because I didn't have a frame of reference to it. And I think that's the only thing. So like, if you're a Muppets fan, definitely pick it up. You will not be disappointed. But if you're not,
agree.
You know,
so you need to watch the Linda Carter episode of the Muppet Show.
I will.
Oh my god, it is so good.
I've never seen.
I mean,
so
I love it to begin with. So, fun fact: my first, I want to say first, maybe, lunchbox was the Muppets.
I'm not surprised.
Metal. It was, yeah. I love
metal
metal
lunchbox.
Metal lunchbox.
So you had your lunch and a weapon in case
yes.
The bullies.
Yes.
I had the plastic ones, so we had learned our lesson. So, but yeah, all right. What's next, my friends? Let's go. And then we move into the Marvel portion of our stuff. Oh wow.
Okay, there was a ton of writers in this. I'm not going to list all of them, but I will just say the wraparound story was Evan Narciss, was the writer. Georges Genti did the penciling. Dexter Vines did the inking. That was weird because I'm used to reading or seeing Dexter Vines' art. The fact that he was an inker was kind of weird. Rochelle Rosenberg did the color artist, and VC's Corey Pettit did the lettering. Christopher Priest wrote one of the stories. The writer of Storm wrote one of the stories. There was a story. There was a bunch of small stories with one larger narrative. That is this idea of the 60th anniversary special, and it goes through T'Challa's missing, and this Black Panther detective cop
captain of something in the white Panther outfit.
Yeah, he's Kevin Casper Cole. He's an NYPD officer who was actually one of Black Panther's secret police.
Yes.
And it goes through some of the greatest hits, we'll say. Storm is mentioned, and the time he took down the Skrulls is mentioned. Just a whole bunch. The book was full of memories, like walking down memory lane.
Yeah, it was a pick your era or pick your greatest hit, write a little bit about it, and let's keep it pushing. And it was all, like you said, narrated about it was almost like a world without T'Challa. What would happen? Remember when he did this? Remember when he did that? Ooh, remember when he stabbed Namor? Yeah, the Namor fight where he sunk Wakanda. So yeah, like it was all there. It read like a 60th retrospective about the character. Yes, it was a clip show for comics. The artwork was serviceable, the writing was serviceable. It wasn't bad, it wasn't good. It was literally a recap show, like of the greatest hits. The one thing that I was really kind of saddened about the whole situation is I felt incredibly like, this is it, and I get it, it's Black History Month, and I get it that Black Panther is one of the most celebrated Black Marvel characters, probably aside from like Luke Cage, but Black Panther is kind of like he's iconic, and I don't know, they even brought back Christopher Priest for a story and stuff, so I was just like, okay. But it just left me, I don't know, it just left me wanting more from Black Panther. And I don't know, he seems to be in this sort of like limbo. And I don't know if Marvel knows what to do with him at the moment. Like they increased his empire. The Wakandans are in space. They're doing all this stuff, but none of it, to me,
about him.
Yeah, exactly. None of it feels interesting to me, and about him. Exactly. Like, this was a Black Panther 60th anniversary, and he was hardly in it. I mean, they were talking about him. There was a lot of glad handing about him and what he did, but it wasn't about him. It wasn't him doing anything except yeah. What was that you said? Sorry.
No, I agree. He shows up in the last panel.
Yeah, and I'm like, so I don't know. I don't know. I always feel Black Panther was one of those characters that I could not connect to, or I tried multiple times, but there was just something about him nowadays that I just cannot connect with, and it seems like his stories they're just not fun. They're just not fun. He seems so such a dour character, and I don't know, I don't know. I don't know what I want from Black Panther. I was seriously I was done with this, and I was just like, okay, and I know people were saying he doesn't even have his own series right now. They have this Wakanda's in space kind of situation, and so it's what's going on with T'Challa, and I'm like, he's an Avenger, that. So
yeah,
I don't know.
Well, I gotta be honest. I really enjoyed seeing Blue Marvel.
Well,
I don't feel I don't feel like Marvel has ever really given him. I mean, they tried. Remember when he led the Ultimates?
Mhm.
I thought it was amazing. We got to see America in a panel on a screen that he's holding because we haven't seen her in a hot minute.
Yeah, well, she's over in Ultimates, right? Ultimate Universe, right?
She's in the Ultimate Universe, but yeah, it's not the same though.
No.
And then I thought the Magneto story was actually pretty good considering they've ruined Magneto's character right now. So it was nice to see when he was actually Magneto and he was threatening humans. Like I really enjoyed that, seeing that side of him that's been missing for so long. I have always been on the fence about the T'Challa Aurora marriage.
It should have been Forge. I will die on that hill. It should have been Forge.
I agree. But in here, they even tried to, again, force it. Like, I'm not welcome there, but yet I'm a goddess to them. I'm like, can we make up our mind?
Yeah. Like, I don't know. It
But
was unnecessary.
That to say, I would love to see Black Panther and Blue Marvel in America, maybe in a book. Who knows?
Yeah, I would love to see Black Panther and Blue Marvel in a book together. There's two of them. Have them palling around and doing shit. Like they're super smart. Like they're great. I just don't think Black Panther as his own character can just really stand on its own right now. Like maybe we need to do a Blue Marvel Black Panther. Call it Blue and Black. Black and Blue. I don't know.
Black and Blue.
Black
so
and Blue
Kelly says
Terrible.
It's felt like since Boseman's passing, a bit of Panther died too, all across the Marvel universe.
Yeah,
been that many years.
Yeah, Black and Blue America. Ooh, God. Oof. That's a little too close to home. But yes. So this book wasn't good or it wasn't bad. It was just kind of like there. And I wish they would have done something a little bit more
celebrating him.
Exactly, celebratory for him. And it just, I felt like it was lacking. So again, but maybe we'll get it in a new series. So we'll see.
Maybe.
All right. Next up. Oh my God, this one. I gotta
find the credits. Keep moaning.
No, it's not that I'm moaning. It's just whenever I see Wolverine groaning and moaning and all that other stuff, old man sounds. Whenever I see Wolverine, an event around him, I have to kind of like brace myself for what's gonna happen because I'm like, ooh.
All right, Weapons of Armageddon. Writer Chip Zdarsky. Artist Luca Maresca. Color artist Jesus Abertoff. And the letter is VC's Joe Sabino. After reading this, I'm like, damn, I don't have time today to read all 6 Captain America, so I'm going to sit and read them tomorrow. We talked about it in the beginning of a little bit.
So this completely goes into that, right?
So they even make note of a special that's coming out in May. I thought that was hysterical. They promoted a comic that doesn't come out for 4 months. 5 months.
You got to plant them seeds, sir.
What was I about to look up? Oh, the event. So today, Marvel announced a new event that is spinning out of this. It is called Avengers Armageddon. And it's Chip Zdarsky and then some other... But it is the origin of the end. Armageddon assembles June 2026. I'm going to send this to Jay so he could put it up since we're talking about it. I completely forgot.
If you can, Jay. If you can't, don't worry about it.
Yeah, something really big. Like they're really planning something, Des. Because we are already getting this. It started in the Captain America book, and they're up to issue 7. And then we get this book with a little, check this special out in May. And I'm just like, something is happening. Something is happening. What did you think of it while I'm doing this?
It was a Wolverine story.
Yes, it was.
Which was good. They start talking about Weapon X. It's basically they're doing a new type of Weapon X. I mean, that's pretty much the backbone of what's happening. And so a private military organization is or private security military company has basically bought all of the technology and I'm getting out of the way of that. Stop it, Kelly. Basically, did you read Kelly's comment? It's terrible.
Yes, I did.
It's good, but
and yes, Jay, it's Nuke.
Yeah, that is Nuke, which I was super excited. Like, I'm a huge Nuke fan. I don't know why. I just love Nuke. Like, from the old Daredevil days, like I love Punisher. Like, I just love Nuke. He's just so silly. And he was part of the Weapon X program too. But basically the backbone is they're building a new Weapon X program. And because all of the Weapon X, they're like, we're tired of, having basically Captain America be the gold standard. We, when they made him, it was for a different time. Now we're making a new one because there's been I guess this is like the third part of the weapon stuff, because you had Captain America, and Captain America was like the gold standard at the time. Then you had Wolverine, and Wolverine was the gold standard because at that time you needed an animal. And so this next version that they're making is supposed to be the penultimate weapon that they're making, and they're using mutants again in order to do that. And so we are introduced to a mutant who has unfortunately seemingly gone through the same process as Wolverine. So we don't know how that's going to end, what's going to happen, but that's pretty much what this was. This was all set up for the most part with a little bit of action. These two do not tussle in the book at all. Which I was kind of sad about, but again, you can't shoot your load that fast, so I'm sure they're gonna fight in the next one. Other than that, overall, I thought it was good. Did it make me want to read Captain America? Not necessarily, and that's only because I didn't realize that it was coming out directly from Captain America. But now that you told me, I'm thinking, okay, maybe I should go back and read those Captain Americas. I read the first one. I read the first one. The Chip.
Yeah, we reviewed it.
And I was kind of like, I'm not really sure, but again, it's one of those things where you kind of have to stick with it. I was the same way with Storm when it started the first time. The Storm comic book, and now it's one of my first.
Steve.
So
it's funny. They announced. Well, Chip announced. He did an interview. He is going to be Marvel's big runner, like showrunner kind of thing,
like Brian Hickman was.
Kind of, yeah. No. He's going to be behind something big. That's what I mean. Steve, I don't think it is the Alex Ross. I think that's something separate, though it looks beautiful. I can't wait for that. And I guess
there you go.
Has something to do as well. So this is the very first tie-in book that we have. We don't even know what the event is about. We don't really, except for the box. We already know that a box and
that might be a cube or something.
Yes, and it has a lot to do with Miles and the Ultimates ending. I don't know. There's so much Marvel is getting ready to do, and I really hope it pulls them out of this slump that they are in. And I think laying down the foundation so early is actually a pretty good idea. Like, that is something normally event goes into event with Marvel. That's how there's never really been anything organic. And I kind of am liking the organicness of putting these books out. And yeah, that was me. I actually really liked it. Love Nuke. I thought it was interesting the way this girl was alive and tried to help him back in the day, and now she feels guilty for it, so she's helping all these.
Is she a new character?
I think she's a new character.
Yeah, because I don't remember her. Because I was trying to find who she was, but they didn't say her code name or anything. And she's another she's like
she's a mutant tracker.
Yeah, she's like Caliban, and I'm thinking, okay, which is kind of sad because I really would have rather him use Caliban, but hey.
Oh, Caliban.
Right?
The art, I'm very unfamiliar with this artist, and I think he draws a great Wolverine. I really liked it. I do think it's weird that Wolvie keeps his costume out. Where's he keep the mask? I don't know. It's really weird.
He was behind it, he had his shirt over it. When he ripped his shirt, he was like, let's go.
But I want to say one funny thing. The artist, the cover, Lionel Francis Yu.
Mhm.
He drew and colored Wolverine in his blue and gold, but in the comic, he's in his traditional
The
brown.
brown.
I love the brown costume. Like,
The brown
I
and
was
tan.
so excited to see.
Such a good costume.
It really is. I absolutely loved it. So I'm excited. I'm really excited for whatever Chip has in store for the Marvel Universe.
I'm very happy.
It's gotta be a lot better than what's going on in it right now. That's all.
What?
But I think it's weird. What?
Aren't you excited for the Hela Null crossover thing they're doing?
No. Okay, so we text back and forth, and he sent. I wake up to this text this morning from Dez, and it's the image of Null and Hela and this giant event that's coming, and he's like
Queen in Black.
Yes, Queen in Black. That is what that there's. I'm excited for this Armageddon stuff. I'm really not excited for this
because Null was
unnecessary crossover,
outfit, and she was in a black outfit. And then I looked at her, and I'm thinking, hold up, because her hair, she was in a symbiote costume, and she had her horns. And I'm thinking, are you serious with this? I was so done. Like, I literally, and I all caps, I knew it would be an event. I knew it.
That's what I woke up to. And the weird thing is,
it should be
she has a spider right on her cooch. It is.
Yep.
It is.
It comes like right at her belly. It's just the worst design. I'm like, wow.
And why is he now in white? I don't know. I'm not going to read it. We'll review the #1 issue, but.
And again, I know we make fun of stuff, but not to yuck your yum, but. Wow, like they are really running with Null and the Edgelord stuff. Like, but more power to you, you know. Like, if you like it, you know, stick with it, read it, enjoy it. But that is not for me.
Okay, so I just want to say, reading this Weapons of Armageddon about the Weapon X program goes into our next book, and I thought it was weird. Why are there 2 different Weapon X programs? But they don't know each other. Like I don't get it. Okay, so we're going to the next book.
Hold on. You got the American one. You got the Canadian one. You got the French one. You got the Brazilian one. I mean, every country's got to have a Weapon X program. Come on.
Oh, I can't wait till he comes back to a book. I think didn't he leave for mental problems? Donny Cates?
I think he overwrote a lot of stuff. And
I thought a couple years ago, we went to Dallas Fan Expo, and he was supposed to be there. Apparently, he had gotten into a really bad car accident.
Oh,
maybe that's
so. He was taking a break while he's mending from that, but terrible. Okay. I can't wait for him to come back either, though. I'm hoping.
Yeah. So we have Generation X-23 because. We need to keep the Generation property alive. And even though she doesn't go by X-23 anymore, we're just going to call it Generation X-23. This is part of the Shadows of Tomorrow run. God, blast it. Where the heck are the credits? Sorry, guys. I really should do this before the show.
What did you think? What did I think? What? Well, it's time for some New Mutants, folks. And we sure as hell got them. Okay, so this is different in the Wolverine, the Laura Kinney Wolverine series. Is that series still going, or is that over? Is it over, or is it still going? The Laura Kinney Wolverine. It's still going, right?
It's on the first page.
You are out of control. So, but is that book still going, or is that gone?
No, it's done.
Okay, that's what I figured. So Laura Kinney is back. And she is with her little clone, Honey Gabby, Honey Badger, and they're palling around like 2 Wolverines, and she's trying to protect her. She wants to get into trouble, big sister, little sister dynamics on point, right? It's fine. I thought the writing was fine with it, and so she's like doing Wolverine type stuff, and then there was a. Like, I didn't remember who the girl was, but I think that girl was from the girl that was doing the timey-wimey stuff.
NYX.
Yes, she's from NYX. Okay, yeah.
Yes.
Because I remember when I read, because I have that old NYX series, by the way. So I have her first appearance. I didn't realize it was her first appearance at the time, but so I was reading that and I was like, okay, this is pretty cool. But I was like, is that her? But it is her. Okay, cool. That's what I figured. But someone is using her powers in order to create clones, or she's sending herself backwards in time in order to get out, in order to tell Laura that she is being held by this, of course, government agency or whatever. So Laura and Gabby go, and there are these X-23 robots. As you do, every good villain syndicate should have an X-23 robot or a Wolverine robot or a Doom bot or some kind of robotics entry. You have to have it. They break in, and sure stuff. Sorry, they have New Mutants, and so I guess Laura Kinney's going to now be a leader of the Generation X crew now, or whatnot. But it seemed like she was breaking into their home. So I don't know.
So the writer is Jody Hauser. The artist is Jacopo Camagni. Color artist is Eric Archinega. And VC's Ariana Mar did the lettering. And that cover was by Partha Prantim Sarkar and Romulo Fajaro Jr. And there was a bunch of variants. And of course, what did I have to get?
I got that one too.
I got the Scotty Young.
So this cover annoyed me only because of the way they had to put Gabby on the side. That looks so awkward. It's like she's stepping up on something because they have to make her the same size, because Gabby's actually shorter than Laura. So this cover doesn't make sense to me, but I like the way Laura looks. But the book,
hey, Super Zax.
The book is just it's just a book. It wasn't good. It wasn't bad. If you want to see some New Mutants and get to know some new mutants, that's fine. It's about Laura,
No, Steve, I cannot repeat those credits. That was terrible.
Yeah.
Do you think these folks sit around and just you know what? How hard can we make these names for Rich?
Yes,
probably.
Yeah, they really do.
I was chatting last night to a friend of ours, Big Gay, and we were talking about how terrible Uncanny is. And we were going back and forth about the kids, because each X book had New Mutants. Uncanny has those 4 annoying kids. Exceptional had the 3 annoying kids. And Just X has a bunch of annoying kids, but they're not really kids. Some of them are kids. So there's all these new kids. And then we read this, and there's more kids.
More new kids. More new kids.
So I said, now even more new kids in Generation X-23 and United. And he says, new kids that will go nowhere. All those kids brought in by Hope. Where they at? And I said, Temper is the only one they use. And then he says, and where are those new X-Men kids that survived after their bus blew up?
Yep.
I get it. You need to keep refreshing.
No, you don't.
Oh my God. Why? We don't though. We have so many mutant kids. No, and there's even going to be more, because it's going to be a school in United. I just thought this was the wrong direction to take this book. I don't understand how Marvel allowed Hauser to write about the Weapon X program when Chip Zdarsky's using it in a much more serious way.
It's different. It's not Weapon X. It's something else.
Oh, okay. And I just gotta say, I love Laura. I hate this costume so much. Hate.
Oh, and so you hated when they were going through the time when they're going through.
I love that. My favorite costume is in that.
Yeah,
I actually loved. I'm going to show this, Jay. This is the page that shows her different.
The one,
So-
the one that's like her when that's a copy of the one from the Shi'ar. I like that one.
Fang, you like Fang?
Yeah, I always like the
This
Fang
one.
one. Yeah, that one. I didn't really like the
Okay, go back.
X-Force one.
I did. I loved the gray X-Force one. I just love that on her. But I also really don't like the fact she's Wolverine. The whole double naming everything in the Marvel universe. Kelly and I have talked about it. It's you watered down so much by having 5 different same name characters. I don't care about legacy. Over in DC, the legacy characters at least take new names. You know, Dick isn't ever going to be Batman, even though there is 2 Batmans running around. I don't know. I don't want to confuse. But, oh my God, stop with the New Mutants. That's it. That was my whole...
Well, the one
Stop.
thing... Okay, so the one thing that I would hope, and I really hope that they do this, and I know they're not going to do this, but I would love a book that is just dedicated to New Mutants. And have it be this school. And actually, you know... just dump them all there, you know. And if you want to read a student life book, then great. There was that one, what was it? That young X-Men thing that came out a while ago that was by Todd Knock and Chris Claremont, in which it was like young X-Men or something like that. And it was a comic book that came out for a while, and I actually liked that. It was like, because there's a market for that YA, you know, mutant stuff. Put them in a book. It's right there. Like, you have, instead of introducing them in these books, you know, and, you know, trying to force people to latch onto them, put them in a book of their own. Set it at Xavier's, and then you have a rotating cast of X-Men coming in and doing stuff, and then we get to know those kids, sort of like a Gotham Academy type style. You know, you can spotlight certain kids. Like, come on. You know, I know you're watching, you know, Marvel people. So just hire me and Rich. We'll write it. You know, we'll get a name from an artist that Rich can pronounce, and we'll sell 100 million copies. It'll be great.
Yes, I am annoyed X. That is basically my feeling for the X books right now. That is so true, Jay.
All right, so we are going to take a quick break. Yes, right. We should take a quick break, right?
We should take a quick break. I need a drink. And Jay, I don't know what name she could use, but I just...
Fang.
Well, so oh no, he was Fang, but he changed his name again. Now he's Ghost Wolverine or whatever he's called. His son. He was Fang for a while. Now he's Helverine. Yeah, that's it. That's just as dumb. All right. Let the beardies cook.
Yeah, we'll take a quick break and then we'll be right back.
Sure, comic books are beautiful, but underneath, there's something more authentic and exciting. The original art. See the pencils, the lines, the shading, as if you were there in the studio watching the artist work. Getting a peek at comics' backstage is easy with the original art experience.
All right, Friday night, guys. Thank you for being here. To be doing anything, the fact that you're here means the world to me.
Nick's pieces are always value priced with your budget in mind, for the beginning collector to the veteran.
And this is gorgeous. You got Aquaman and Mira.
Join the original art experience with Nick and our friendly crew of regulars, even if it's just to enjoy the art. Fridays at 7. It's all part of the experience. Hey, did you know that you're invited to an art gala? No, I mean the fun kind. It's Sketch Up with Mog and Mel.
Welcome back, everyone. Thanks again for joining us.
Featured guests talk about their new projects.
So it takes place in this fantasy world where the world has kind of lost its stories.
And life as an artist.
The hope was that you could make some amount of money when you exited art school.
While the ever-changing artist panel draws new works live in front of your eyes.
Oh, I like that. Working on this
And
shadow.
sexy. Sex, dude.
You still got a little bit of time.
Ooh, Phil, that's dope, dude.
Sketch Up with Mog and Mel. Thursday nights. Part of the experience.
Did you know that Arthur, King of the Britons in Monty Python and the Holy Grail was played by a famous Graham? Check out another famous Graham by following our Instagram.
everyone, welcome back. You are watching the Geek Chat on the Experience. I'm Beardy Rich.
And I am Laura Kinney Wolverine. Since I'm just gonna anyone can take that name now. So I'm Desireen.
Yes. Desireen. So it is Laura Kinney. That is correct. She took her surrogate mom's last name.
Mm-hmm. And Gabby's just Gabby. So
Gabby's
all righty,
Gabby.
we have a giveaway. We're giving away a super hot comic right now, variant. It's not a 1 in 25, but it's super expensive right now on eBay. So look at us. We're so awesome. Tell all your friends that they can get stuff that's super hot. So even Rich was like, that comic is so hot right now. So hashtag Geek Chat. You can get White Sky #1. It's sold out right now. Speculators are going crazy. It's a madhouse. It's a madhouse. So I want you all to get this book. We'll send it out. It'll be fabulous.
You can read it or sell it.
Whatever you want to do. It's our gift to you for just being a part of the community. And we want to say thank you to all the people who watch later, who don't watch it live. You're really helping this channel grow, and we really appreciate it. It's always good to like, share, subscribe, become a member if you want, or join the experience. That way you can get a little information about what we're doing. We do a lot of stuff every week. Jay, this is usually the time in which Kyle will say something about some of the shows that are coming up. If you want to do that, please feel free.
Sure, absolutely. So it's a little bit lighter of a week this week because Miss Jen and Kyle are both at Comics Pro. But later tonight, 10 Eastern, 9 Central, you got Sketch Up with Mog and Mel. I'm not sure who their guests are going to be, but it's always a fun time. Great to see them draw art live in front of your eyes that you can bid on.
Mm-hmm.
Then tomorrow, there is no FOC show. But if you go back to last Friday's FOC show, they did like a double wide special for 2 weeks. Since I think Matthias is also at Comics Pro. So make sure you check that out. Then at 7 Eastern, 6 Central, you have original art with Nick, but it's going to be hosted by our buddy Spencer Beck. Spencer always brings not only art pages, but comics, prints, signed stuff. There's going to be a ton of stuff, folks. I can guarantee it. So be sure you check that out. Then at 9 Eastern, 8 Central, you'll have Friday Night Live with Nancy McCann from Comics Unlimited. Always a fun show. Fridays on the Experience go fast. Most of the time, the week goes fast for me because, again, I'm somebody who I love my job and I love all the shows on here. I might be biased, but we have great programming, especially this show right here, folks. Honestly, I've seen this forever. I'm gonna glaze on these guys for just a second, then I'll move on. Share this show out, folks. This show has started to gain steam. I love coming into the chat and seeing the 15, 20 people in the chat. Like, this show definitely deserves it. They have great reviews. They talk about great books. They're honest about what they think about these books, folks. So if you're enjoying the show and you know other people out there that will enjoy it, please share this show out. And next week, all of our shows should be back to their regular times. So just stay tuned to the Experience, folks.
Yes,
Thank you so
and
much.
The comic book with Nick, the actual comic book art was pretty cool. I was there last Saturday, and he does have a lot of really good pages, and he gives them away for a really reasonable price. Like, I was shocked at some of the prices. I was like, geez, like, that's really a good price. So he has like he has some that are super expensive that I was like, whoa. And then, but by and large, they're definitely reasonable, and he always knocks a little bit off. So definitely check it out.
Seen prices from $7 to $35,000 on that show.
Yep. Wow,
it was crazy. That $35,000 one, that looked amazing. So I can't be
the Justice League one.
Classic, so
yes.
But
well, I am guilty of lurking. So we love you, lurkers. We're not mad at all.
No,
I lurk on Friday night's show. I really like her, and it's funny because I'll always like it. I always give it a thumbs up, always, but really I don't say anything. But it is such a fun show. It really is. She's got a lot of good books. And then normally I watch Miss Jen before our show, just because I kind of, I'll read our books and then I'll relax and I'll watch her. So yeah, there are a lot of great shows on this. Henri's back as well on Tuesdays. So Laura Vereen.
No. No. It sort of reminds me of like L'Oreal. She's all like messing with her hair with her claws, chopping it off. Anyway, okay, next book, Rich.
Okay, next book up. Ultimate Spider-Man, number 24, the last issue. Writer Jonathan Hickman, artist. Both of the artists from the series contribute to this last issue. Marco Cicchetto and David Messina. Both are spectacular artists.
I feel like it was
color
a bigger
artist
issue.
Matthew Wilson. Letter is VC's Corey Pettit, and Marco Cicchetto did the main cover with Matthew Wilson. And then this one had a butt ton of variant covers as a goodbye. So I got just the main. I figured the main covers were great. I think I have every main with some variants. This book I actually bought all the main covers because they all have been great.
Yeah. I really like
Easy Reader
for the Ultimate Universe and what they did with it, with like the U and then the various different symbols. Yes. Really a good book. Sad it's ending. It's going to read fantastic as a complete trade. I honestly believe, and we can have disagreements about this, but I honestly believe that this was one of those books that I think he had 2 years to do what he wanted to do, and then he was going to leave. Like, it really feels the way it's going. I'm sure he could have told more stories, of course, but the way it wrapped up part of it felt pretty good, and another part of it was like, because there's a definite ending at the end. Like, you see what happens to two of his main antagonists, and like seriously, like what is it, the scorpion and the turtle, or the scorpion and the frog. Like, that's exactly what happens to them when you think about it. And like it really comes to a head in this issue and the last issue, and it's like it ends the way that I at least wanted it to. Like, I was very satisfied with this ending, and even though it is not going to be around anymore, it's definitely missed. And this is one of the books that I would love to really look at. I know they don't share them anymore. I don't think they do. I would love to look at how this performed against the main Amazing Spider-Man title. And the reason why is I would love to see how people fully responded to this, because one of the main criticisms that was lodged against Spider-Man or their fans is that they did not like Peter and Mary Jane together, and the marriage and all that stuff like that, and the one more day stuff, and this idea from Marvel editorial, that Peter Parker has to be that struggling person. And here we see the exact opposite. I mean, there were struggles, don't get me wrong, but we see the exact opposite, and we get to see a well-rounded, mature Peter Parker with a family, and just the way the family dynamics were used were just great, and how it all felt organic, how they were all coming in together and working together was just really good. Was just really good. And I'm really excited to sit down and read it completely again as one complete story and see how it goes. But I would love to see just how it compared against the Amazing Spider-Man, and see if it was perceived better by sales. So
funny thing about the sales numbers, I think the fact that Hickman's on it, that was a big factor as well.
Oh, yeah.
I know I personally dropped Amazing. I couldn't do it anymore. The stories were just not doing it for me. So I stopped reading Spider-Man after that, what felt like a year-long New York gang war, whatever it was called.
Oh,
we literally read every freaking issue.
Yeah, that was gang war.
And then I was like, I'm out. Goodbye. So I've been reading Ultimate Spider-Man because I enjoy the dynamic. I love the fact Harry and him are friends. You know, I don't want to spoil. Well, what the hell? Like the fact that Mysterio in the Ultimate Universe is made up of different people, and that it's like a crime boss. I really like that. The ideas that Hickman had in this, I really liked them. I
Yeah.
always love alternate realities. And
Same.
that's another thing. So the next book we're going to review, we're not doing it right now, but the next book we're going to review also is different versions of heroes. I love stories like that. And I like the way that they twist things. And going back to a comment earlier, that is one of the things that made the original Age of Apocalypse so amazing, was how people changed so much.
Yep.
The costumes, the personalities, you know, when you can change a character and give it a fresh new take on something that we've been reading for years, I love that. I love that his son was Venom. I thought, what a great concept if my son is Venom. How it was dealt with was a little weird at times. I'm sorry, you're grounding your kid. Your kid can't get hurt, you know? And the fact that Richard really, really did help save the day. I don't know. There's so many great things to say about this. Oddly, on Twitter, someone came into my feed and did not like what happened, and he was disappointed because he felt it didn't focus on Peter enough, and that the main book, that the main couple that they really focused on was Gwen and Harry. And I read his many whatever they're called,
Better than me.
things. And I was like, I can understand where he's coming from, but I read it differently.
Yeah.
This to me was a great 24 issues. And I gotta be honest, I actually believe, especially reading how Peach Momoko ended Ultimate X-Men, she didn't. I do not for a minute think that these writers were told that you only have X amount of issues. Something had happened, because Ultimate X-Men did not end. I was quite disappointed. I mean, she wrote the hell out of that book. It was so much fun, but it didn't get a proper ending. And reading this, I think that this was Hickman's way of, I think he had a lot more storylines to play out here.
Of course,
I really do. And it felt that. It did not feel Ultimate Spider-Man Miles, that ending. So I read most of the Ultimate books, but quit Black Panther and quit Miles. But I read their last issues. I bought the last issues. And then I just last week read Ultimate X-Men, and Ultimate Wolverine hasn't ended yet. Or maybe it did. They blew everyone up. I can't remember if it ended. But it felt like the Ultimate Universe, just like Barlord said, it's very abrupt. And not Uncanny, Ultimate X-Men was the one that really made me feel that. And then I read this, and I'm like, ooh, I think something else was up. But I'm very excited for the 24 issues we got. That, like you said, sitting down and just reading this in one sitting is going to be great.
Well, I think, and also, you never know. The Armageddon thing might do something wonky with it. So we'll see.
Yeah. Ultimates, I think, has a couple more issues left.
Yeah. And then they have the what is it? The Ultimate Countdown, and there's something else. Endgame.
Yeah.
That's what it is. So they have something else after that, probably. Like they're going to let it sit dormant for a minute, and it'll be back. Fresh to do.
Fresh and new, sadly.
Yeah.
All right. Last book we're going to review real quick. Oh, no. Mog and Mel are on tonight. So this is Batman Superman, World's Finest. It's number 48. So it's not like it's number one, everyone. But it's a part one of a story. And I'll tell you why I wanted to read this. So,
because it's
World's
good.
Finest. So it's Mark Waid doing the writing. Marcus Toe. I know how much you love Marcus Toe. On art. Tamara Bonvillain on coloring. Steve Wands did the lettering. And the always amazing Dan Mora fit this into his busy schedule, and he did this cover. So I have always loved Earth 3. The Crime Syndicate, I've always loved. They are evil versions of the Justice League, basically. And they've been in cartoons, they've been in, so they've been around for a while. And I don't read World's Finest. I read World's Finest based on the story arc. It's kind of how I do this book. I didn't collect the ones with the mites, like Bat-Mite and all those. Coog actually bought those. So he got those. I read it, and I really, when I saw the solicits for this, and the fact it's the Crime Syndicate, I'm like, put me down, Coog. So we got this week. I read it. I got the Mark Spears Joker cover. Just
I saw that.
It's a great cover. And Mark Waid did not disappoint.
Nope.
At all.
Nope.
At all.
Woo!
Cold is not the word. Oh my God.
What he did to Captain Cold, though.
What he did to all the rogues.
Yep.
This book was everything I want from an alternate universe.
A+. It was great.
Yes.
It's my book of the week, actually. To say God's honest truth, it was my book of the week. I thought it was fantastic. I thought it was great to see him write dark versions of Superman and Batman, and just the way they worked, and everything about when that Robin was dying and he died, and he actually for a moment you thought he cared, and then he was like, all right, dispose of him and bring me another, and there was a bunch of Robins in a cage. I was like, and I was like, yes. It was so bad, right? Just the little things like that. And then the Doom Syndicate was great. Seeing those
oh my God,
great.
Yes.
What is it? Magnus and the Metal Man was great. Oh, and I just, for the life of me, I cannot wait. You know why I can't wait for the next issue?
Why?
2 words. 2 words. Marvel Mob. Yes. We're getting to see the Marvel family. Captain Marvel is the Marvel Mob. I cannot wait to see what they look like. Like, can you see Billy Batson with that slick back hair, all like straight up like a crazy Fonzie, just straight up killing people? I cannot wait. This book was so good. It was so good. Marcus Stowe, the artwork was out of the park. It just everything that happened in the book was just such a page turner. And I'm just saying, and this is years of comic book writing experience at its finest right here. Like, it's writing and art experience at its finest. This was just a great book. This book was great. Like, it just how everything, like, even giving Night Owl his like about the family at the beginning, and just everything was great. Like, this book is really fun, and I have to admit, some arcs are a bit long in the tooth, and you can see that this is definitely a book where Mark Waid can just play. Like, he just I really think that I think for me it just feels like this is probably the most fun he has, is working with these two characters and doing this World's Finest, because it's fun. It's a lot of fun. If you have any disposable income, use it on this one. It's great.
Yeah, you don't need any prior knowledge of anything. You really don't. This could be a number 1 if it was at Marvel. They would have been like, number 1. It's not. It's number 48, and it
great.
Reads just like a number 1. It is
such
a great book.
And it just feels like 50 is going to be so good. I think 50 is going to be a double size. I haven't seen in the stations. I don't know, but I think 50 is probably going to be a double size issue, and it's going to be a SmackDown, and I cannot wait. So.
Especially the way they ended this book. Now that is a cliffhanger you want to read.
Yep.
So I don't know if you saw. They announced today Absolute Green Arrow, Absolute Catwoman, 6-issue miniseries.
Yep.
They announced Legion of Superheroes, Doom Patrol. I'm so excited. I can't wait.
I hope it's a good writer. I'll have to look at it.
Jonah Hex is getting a book again.
Well, good for him.
The Demon is getting a book again. And Batman Shadow of the Bat. And also, unfortunately, we're getting Teen Titans. by Kyle Higgins
look at
and
that.
Danielle.
Just look at this cover, folks.
Yes.
I
that
I
is-
saw this earlier. I was so excited. So excited.
That's Black Canary and the
And
new Green
Green
Arrow. But you are getting the new Teen Titans and their updated costumes. So some of the kids that were like Cheshire and Flatline and that kid, the Mr. Terrific's Fairplay, I think his name is.
Yeah, Fairplay.
And then in the third quarter, there's going to be a Bad Seeds event in Gotham City where Pamela Isley is the new mayor. And it takes place in one long dark night. She's trying to turn the city into a primeval world full of hostile plant life. So DC is really lighting up 2026. I am so excited.
Yep. Make mine DC, y'all.
Make mine DC.
All right, everybody. So if you haven't already, please put in #GeekChat. We are going to be giving away this super hot cover, and you could win it. If you haven't already, please do so. Jay, if you could please put up that beautiful rotary thingy picker thingy.
Rotary?
I thought it wasn't rotary. I don't know. Stop it. All right, everybody, let's hit it. I want to give this book away. I want you all to be happy. I want you all to get stuff.
Desmond.
What? I won? What?
Barlord.
Oh my God, Barlord won. Wow.
That is
he called it.
Funny. You called it. You were like, Barlord, you can win tonight. Everything's on the legit. Everything's all up and up, people.
Yeah, like that was not like the fix is not in, folks. So yeah. So
if it was, I would have won it.
I know, right? In the comments, you would have. In the comment section, is the form to fill out. Jay, if you could put that in the comment section, I'd greatly appreciate it. Everyone, thank you so much for taking the time to be here, to hang out with us. We really, 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 really appreciate it. Tell your friends, tell your family. We'll be here next Thursday. We'll be here every Thursday as long as we can still, read comics and our eyes don't fall out. So, well, yeah. Anything else, Rich?
I gotta say thank you, everyone. We really do appreciate you watching us. Like Des said, we're here for you guys. So thank you for the lurkers. Thank you for the commenters. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Jay. It's always a pleasure when you're here. We love you so much. Great.
Love you guys too. Always have a fun time with y'all.
All right.
Awesome.
All right, everybody. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.